Good afternoon, Triumph Biker Man here. Hope everyone's really well on this lovely sunny Sunday afternoon. Here we are back in the Triumph cave and got a bit of a surprise for you. Yeah, we have an imposter in the cave. We have an imposter. But for me, biking season is coming up now, so the bikes are up for MOT next week. The Tiger gets serviced the week after, and then I'm off on the road. So we'll try some of this here motor vlogging and try and show you some of the lovely roads around here in Lincolnshire, because there are some great roads. And obviously we've got a couple of tours coming up as well, the European tour and the usual Scotland tour. So yeah, looking forward to all of that. So this is my recent purchase. This is a Royal Enfield Bullet. In the paperwork it says Indian. Also it says in the paperwork, which I'll show you shortly, that it's 1994, but in old logbooks it's actually saying 1995, so not 100% sure yet, because I've not had a good look through the paperwork. And also comes with a couple of boxes of I would say spares, paraphernalia, etc. We'll have a look through them shortly as well. I've not even had a chance to look through them. Excuse me. So we've got another set of pipes there, and we've also got another seat, as opposed to this bobber type seat, which is interesting, because having just sat on the bike just for a few minutes, it is actually quite comfortable just like that. And I'll never be carrying a pillion anyway, so we'll keep the seat the way it is. But yeah, 1994 stroke 1995 Royal Enfield Bullet Indian, showing us 9,476 miles. So why did I buy this bike? So a friend of mine was actually selling this bike for someone that he knew, who hadn't ridden it for quite a few years now. Indeed, the MOT was last done in 2012, and I remembered these bikes from when I was a kid. I used to go to India in the late 70s, early 80s, and as a kid these Royal Enfields were absolutely magnificent bikes, going up and down the road. In actual fact, I used to get close to them because the guy that used to deliver the milk used to have a couple of big churns on the back, one at each side of that rear mudguard, and yeah, it used to look really cool. So I thought, you know what, one day if one came up, we'll have a look at it. And I think it was meant to be, although I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm certainly needing some advice as to how to restore this, or how to get it back up into running condition at least. It's got all sorts of little switches here and there, which I've no idea what they are. I'll have to do some research. I mean, even that one there, I've no idea what that is. And I believe that the brake will be on the left hand side, and that's the gear pedal. But again, this is all stuff that I'm going to have to learn. Came with a couple of boxes of goodies, which we'll go through shortly. No idea what's in them. I presume they're a few bits and spares, etc. A new exhaust, and one of them pillion seats. But I'll never be riding a pillion, so I think that bobber style seat looks pretty comfortable, and when I originally sat on it, I thought it was quite comfortable at the time. But anyhow, we'll have a look a bit more closely outside when I take it into the sunshine. We'll see what spares it's got and what sort of history is in the file here. She is in all her glory. It's got a nice bit of patina actually. It is a little bit rough here and there, as you would expect, but really comfortable bike. Now if you look at around the back there, you know, it hasn't been cleaned for a number of years, and there's a healthy coat of grime, as you can see, in the nooks and crannies. But there is a nice bit of patina, which I like, and yeah. So what I've noticed is that this key here also opens this little compartment, which is like a little storage pannier, if you like, where the starter is. And the electrics obviously don't look in great nick, so that would be another thing to address. Also noticed on here as well that there are quite a few buttons and switches etc. that I've no idea what they do. Like that one, for example, no idea. Decomp, no. There's your stop button there. But if we look on this side, we've got this, I presume that's a choke of some sort. Yeah, this is completely alien to me, this. Don't know what that's for. So, could really do with some advice. I mean, I'm not sure where to start, but as I say, I'm going to be speaking to the chap over at the MOT place next week, and we'll get him across here and see what he thinks, because I think with it being so old now, and I don't think it's had anything done to it over the last few years, we need to get it up and running to roadworthy standard. But it's certainly a nice little project, but as I say, have I bitten off more than I can chew here? One of the things I've noticed in the history is when one of the owners, and apparently I'm the third owner, but one of the owners that purchased back in 1996 had a raft of work done to the bike. New rear tyre fitted, front tyre and tube trim, cylinder head gas flowed, new valve, etc, etc, and also comes with a workshop manual, which I find quite interesting. And we've got quite a bit of history here, stretching back 20 plus years or so. I haven't had a proper look through it yet, so I don't know if it's the old bill of sale in here either, but I always find this really interesting because I used to own classic cars, MG BGTs, and I had an old Austin Healey Sprite, and it was always very important to keep all of the history with the particular cars. I'll tell you another thing as well, it's ever so comfy. When I've sat on it and wheeled it around, it really is a comfy bike. So I'd be really interested to see what it's like on the road. So let's have a look in the tank and see if it's had any fuel at all recently. No, nothing in there, dry as a bone. So I would think that that'd need swilling out with some fresh fuel as well. So in terms of spares it came with, there's obviously an exhaust and a seat. And there's a couple of boxes here with what, a few bits and bats, so some indicators, some gaskets there, spare keys. I don't know what these are. Charger, looks like a charger, and also various little things in packets. I'm looking in the second box. There's a rear light. I don't know what's in there. Let's have a look. Alright, a small toolkit. Yeah, what looks like a small toolkit. some pliers, yeah, some wire, what looks like a battery, cleaner, alright, sprocket, and some motor oil. Tesco's value. Adam and Eve it. Tesco's value. I've noticed as well it's quite a heavy machine to move about. Yeah, it seems a lot heavier than my street triple, put it that way. So if any of you viewers have got any experience with these bikes, I'd be interested to know your thoughts. Bit of light recommissioning work just to get back on the road and use, or a bit more of a restoration? Ultimately it comes down to cost, because this is just a bit of an emotional purchase, one for the memories, but if it's not going to cost the earth, then why not? Let's give it a go. So thanks for joining me today. I look forward to your thoughts, and look forward to catching up with you soon. Bye for now.